You're watching the Wine and Cheese Music Session, only on RadioFreeNY.com.
Do you find, or is there a problem, let's say, with maybe U.S. radio as far as about having some great music, especially in this new record, maybe not getting the airplay that possibly you think it should be getting at this point?
Well, I'm getting some airplay on this record, which is nice.
Right, third most added, I hear, in AC and AAA radio.
So, it's difficult because it's been years since I've had any airplay. I mean, the Men at Work stuff always gets played, but I haven't had airplay on new stuff until this record. So this is, in a sense, I don't really know what's going on with radio, because I've really just been what you would call, a working stiff for the last decade. Just going out on tour and playing live, and that's my following. So I haven't had radio airplay because I haven't really had anything. I haven't had big push behind me. So, but in the last few months, I've managed to get a domestic-based deal, which is an independent release, and we've tried to put a little bit of momentum behind the release and the radio and so forth. And indeed, everyone seems to be responding quite well, So I'm very pleased with what's going on right now. It's part of my life. It's not part of the past. We tour as Men at Work, which we started doing the last 2 or 3 years. But I still play those songs, and people still, people either the fans that I have, come along to see me play. There's maybe, I don't know, no matter where I go, about maybe a couple of hundred people come, whether it's in Vancouver or New York or Glasgow or Melbourne, about 200 people come. And they, usually we're fans of Men at Work, sometimes, not so much, but they have the solo stuff, and I still play those songs. So it's not like, oh, that's part of the past and this is the present, and, it's just kind of, it's all...
Well, you do a great job mixing the two, because I noticed your record label sent us your new CD single, and on it you have an acoustic version of a great song from that second Men at Work record, Cargo, which I think went on to sell like over 5 million copies, the song Overkill.
Well, I put that on there to jog people's memories, because you know what people's memories are like,
Right.
I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep, possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations I know will be alright. Perhaps it's just the imagination. Day after day, it reappears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Ghosts appear and fade alone between the sheets. Only brings exasperation. It's time to walk the streets. Smell the desperation. At least there's pretty lights, though there's little variation. Nullifies the night from overkill. Day after day, it reappears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Ghosts appear and fade away. Back another day.
just saying about this latest single of yours, Don't Believe You Anymore, getting lots of airplay now on AC and AAA radio. What don't you believe anymore?
Nothing, really.
Is there any significance behind
There's no significance. I'm a deeply, deeply shallow person.
Oh, you really? Oh, we'll relate to each other very well.
I actually wrote that song for somebody else. A friend of mine, a record producer, was going to produce an artist, and I can't even remember who it was now, but he didn't end up getting the job, and so I had that song hanging around. But the song's based on a couple of friends of mine, actually. And, she should have left years ago, but she didn't, and she eventually did. So.
We grew up together, could say we were friends. Our vows were forever, we could not pretend. I give you my heart, and I give you my love. But whatever I gave you was never enough. Things aren't what they used to be. We've been through all this before. Now I'm walking out the door, and I just don't believe you anymore. You and I were so in love. I just don't believe you. You say I gave you no warning, but I tried to tell you for years. You ignored the signs and left me with my silent tears. You don't understand what it is that you have. I'm going crazy, climbing walls. You have to move, you got to run. You're just staring at the floor. My bags are back and on the bed, and there's a taxi at the door. And I don't believe you anymore. You and I were so in love, but I don't believe you. House is not a home to me. So before the credits roll and I lose my very soul, I don't believe you